Hi, Michael. Hi, Emily. Hi, the rest of the family that's out there. Um, Emily, I wanted to let you know a story that our family has that you may or may not have already heard. That one day when I was at church, some member of our ward came up to me in the hall and started talking to me, and they accidentally called me Michael. And I corrected them and told them that no, I wasn't Michael, I was actually Calvin. And right then, Michael came around the corner and um, was there as well, and this member of our ward looked from me to Michael and back again, did a bit of a double take, and then in surprise said, "I didn't even know there were two of them." And ever since then, we haven't been able to live that down, and our family has repeatedly said that phrase whenever they've mistaken our names or just mistaken our actual selves. Um, so I wanted to talk about some of the history Michael and I have as being basically one person. Um, if you get to know me, you get to know Michael as well, and vice versa. And growing up, Michael and I, not only did we look alike, but mom and dad also dressed us alike and uh, made us do all of the same things. Um, so we did the same sports as each other and the same activities and clubs and things like that. Um, and we also just loved being together. So we always spent a lot of time together, and we had a lot of good times. And um, throughout this time, we often had a lot of really good ideas. Like the time Michael and I both had the idea to use Mom's new brooms as lightsabers to reenact the new Star Wars movie that we were big fans of, and proceeded to destroy every one of her new brooms, much to her disappointment. But that was a really good idea that we had, and I wouldn't have changed that. We also had a few bad ideas over the years too, uh, that often got the other one in a bit of trouble. One of my bad ideas was a time Michael and I were going to go golfing together, and I had my set of golf clubs, but Michael didn't have any golf clubs. So I told him he should just borrow Dad's golf clubs, um, which were a very nice. It was a very nice set of golf clubs. Um, so we went golfing and we were having a good time until on about the seventh hole, um, it had rained a little bit and was a little damp outside, and Michael wound up um, for as he teed off and had a great follow through on his shot, but forgot to keep his grip, and he flung Dad's brand new golf club into an iron fence and snapped it right in half. Um, that was a bad idea, as Michael can attest with the allowances that were spent replacing that. Um, Although he did get a par on that hole, and he's to this day very proud of that. But Michael also had a few bad ideas that at least very nearly got me in trouble. One day while I was driving him and his friends in Mom's new car, he and his friends convinced me to hit the e-brake and do a little fishtailing on the snowy roads. Um, and so as a 16-year-old confident in my driving abilities, I proceeded to do so, and after spinning the car around several times, we ended up on someone's lawn a couple of inches from a tree. And so that was a bad idea, Michael, and that almost got us both in trouble. Um, I also had a bad idea one time to take Michael with me when I went with my friends to go throw some... Actually, wait. Mom's there, isn't she? We'll save that one for later. It's too soon. But Michael and I, we love to do everything together. We spend a lot of time, and we really were pretty indistinguishable for most of our childhood. And when I finally went to college, I thought, now I've finally grown up. Maybe I'm my own person. But Michael came to visit me over spring break during my freshman year of college, and we had a lot of fun for a couple of days. He had gone with me to classes, spent time with my friends, and I had finally worn him out after a few days of this. And at about 7 o'clock, I was with a few of my friends eating dinner, and Michael laid down on the couch and just fell asleep. And I thought, yep, he's still a kid, he can't handle all this excitement. So I just left him there, and I went to the library, and then I went out on a date with my now wife, Jane, and I came back pretty late, about 1 in the morning, and I got ready for bed, assuming that Michael was asleep, and as I went to go climb into bed, in comes Michael with some of my friends, and I was surprised. It's 1 in the morning. What is this 14-year-old doing going out so late? And he told me that he had gone and seen a movie with some of my friends, and that he was going to go out and have a little more fun before the night was over. And he left. I didn't see him for the rest of the night, and I assume that he went out and had some fun, but I think I might be a little bit to blame for Michael's poor grades his freshman year with that bit of a bad example that I set for him. But I realized that even as I thought I had grown out of Michael, he was still able to keep up with me with the things in my life. And then time passed, and eventually Michael went to college as well, and we had a lot of fun as we were both there together. Still, I think I was a bit of an example for Michael, and I was older and wiser and more experienced. So as he and Emily first became interested in each other, some of you may or may not know this, but Michael was a little slow to go for that first kiss, and so I was continually bothering him and asking him about this, and the moment just was never right. So eventually, as his older brother, I had to show him how to do it myself. I had to set the example, and saw Emily in the library and just planted a little kiss on her cheek. And I think if Michael hadn't been sitting right next to her while I did so, that she might have actually mistaken me for him. I don't think she knew there were two of us, but as it was, I think that example finally allowed Michael to work up the courage and to kiss Emily. And now we're both very excited for you two. Jane can't be here; she's dying in the background. Actually, she's sick, but we're happy and excited for you. And Michael, I'm glad that you're following in my footsteps and that you've made the good decision to marry Emily, who's a wonderful girl, and we hope that you're happy, and hope that you continue to follow in my footsteps. And we're thinking a kid in about 9 months, so we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.